Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back. My name is Tiferet. I'm a copy android of House Victor, and we are back again in some Girls Frontline 2. We're gonna continue on with the Deep Oblivion Part 2. And we got through a whole bunch yesterday. Like, Part 1 was like over like halfway. We started off, and if we're even like close to like the halfway mark, well, we got through all that, which is probably maybe like, yeah, you're like 90% of that story, like yesterday, and then we got to 70% of Part 2, which is pretty awesome. So, if we went through a lot, probably won't make too much leeway today, but we'll see what we can do. I hope you guys are doing well. Val's here, Swam is here, Mango's here, a small cut is here too, and Oni's here. Thank you guys for dropping by. It's kind of crazy. Tomorrow is the last day of the year. Well, for some people, today is the last day of the year, right? So to those out there who might be joining us, happy New Year's Eve. I don't know when the New Year's will actually drop for you guys, but you know what? I'll catch up. I'll catch up tomorrow. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Duties take up a lot of my time, so we still have a ton to go with that. I don't even know if we'll make it. Well, I'll make it today, but tomorrow we'll definitely be going to. We'll probably end up like doing Deep Oblivion up until the New Year. I'm on the fence. Should have fire so I want to keep going through it into the New Year, for New Year's Eve, or to do something else and then just finish off Deep Oblivion like the day after on the 1st or something. I'm kind of torn. I'm really kind of torn, so I'm gonna have to play it by ear to see what happens, but I don't think we're definitely gonna be able to make it through all today. So, the recap from yesterday is the team is back with Kalina. They are helping Odessa begrudgingly to help crown the Gerard that's traumatized, going kind of crazy because now the dicks and Set and Fonten's kind of working against them now too, which is nice. We got introduced to Cavill, a Nolte veteran who works with a local PMC. Seems like you're a pretty down-to-earth guy. He's not gonna die, I know that much, because he shows up in Nine's event that takes place after this. And then Major Fadi, he is having some conflicts between his loyalty with Gerard Group and the loyalty to the people of Odessa. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he develops. But I think that something bad's probably gonna happen to him. I know he's got to make a choice, whether to support Gerard or to support the people, and it's gonna cost him, I think, a lot. It's a way for him. Hopefully he makes the right choice and does something cool to turn away from the dark, so to speak. But I kind of feel like they're setting up as like the scapegoat, for some reason. Like if the Jordu just does get found out about this, dirty secrets will say like, oh yeah, let's get you all involved and and we'll see what happens. So, aside from that, there's been some people appearing that have outlet infection, which shouldn't be possible here in the White Zone. I think Odessa is in a White Zone, because of the Purification Project, so that's kind of weird. And they're being sent off to this mysterious lab on the coast for treatment, but I don't think it's gonna be for treatment. Oh my god, my cat has the zoomies. My old cat has the zoomies, what? Aww. I haven't seen her have the zoomies in a long time. Aw, baby, that's good. It's good to see some vitality in that old lady. Yeah, she's 15 years old. That's really old for a cat. That's like, normally their lifespan, the domestic cat lifespan is like roughly around 15. But she's moving well. She's not losing weight. She's still pretty heavy, so she's strong. Well, I'm glad. She might have a couple more years. Yes, here's the Zimmi as well. Why are you having the Zimmies, baby? Oh, I love her. She's cute. Okay, she's chunky. Yeah, she's rather chunky. Cause all he does really sleep. Hey, baby. Okay, she's calling lover. 1 second. Hi. Uh, okay, so let's go and get started. So this mysterious lab, the fact that there's people showing up in Ella's infection kind of makes it think like Paradis is present. No. In Nine's storyline, they were saying that Paradis has been investing in collapse radiation scrubbers, that kind of technology, which tells me that if they're investing in scrubbers, that means they could have a secret lab inside of White Zone, White Green Zone, and just keep using the scrubbers to clean up the collapse radiation from their experience of doing, so that kind of gives them the ability to hide inside a safe zone, so to speak, or so that should be safe. So we'll see if they have to show up, because the Seton Faben does have ties with Paradis. They work with them actively, so we'll see what happens. Second spread. Conditions in the holding area are far worse than imagined. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, what's up, Maud? I love her face. The jeep drives across the sea bridge. Sitting in the back seat, Supple leaned her head against the open window, happily letting the ocean breeze hit her face. Oh, hey, mistress. Thank you so much for the bits. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. What was that sound she made? Oh, that was really cute. She is like a dog. She's like a puppy. Sapu, to back inside, she'll cause an accident. Ah yes, Aure, the caretaker. Huh? Can't hear you. Oh, it's rare we get to cross the sea. Let her have her fun. I'm keeping an eye on the road. With that, Lewa smoothly changes lanes, bringing the vehicle closer to the ocean's edge. OD-07 isn't just near the sea, but an island, huh? It's not common to build a massive facility on one. Is there something special about it? What island? You can say it's lurky. It used to be just a small island near Odessa, but once they discovered phosphate mines, it started to grow. According to the data, offshore oil fields were later found nearby too, attracting more investors and job seekers. Cargo ships, transport planes, and trucks travel between OD-07 and the other cities every day. That's the port. It becomes a busy port city then. I've heard that many of Odessa's supplies come straight from OD-07's factories. Even that coffee machine that exploded in Major Friday's office came from here. No wonder they built the sea bridge directly connecting to Odessa's suburbs. Yeah, with the Odessa Bay Bridge, transport costs drop significantly. Now without it, the only route to Odessa would be by air. Joan, she said. And thanks to the bridge, job seekers no longer have to live on OD-07 itself. Many locals even moved to more comfortable satellite cities after getting generous relocation compensation from the developers. Living space shrank, industrial space expanded, so the island's covered in factories now. That's an industrial island. Pretty much, most of OD-07 is taken up by factories, mining sites, and warehouses. 2 years ago, they even did a land reclamation project that expanded the usable space by 30%. How'd they do that? Probably tore down some buildings, I guess. Wow, a mega industrial hub. Indeed, to ensure a sufficient energy supply that can sustain the city's development in livelihood, the Oblast government built a Selene solar tidal hybrid smart power plant here. Rumor has it, they've even been researching new energy sources, and one of their likely topics is collapse radiation. Trying to harness the radiation? Collapse radiation? That's a dangerous field. Yeah. Test people to monsters. Dangerous, yes, but if it succeeds, Odessa's economy will take another leap forward. The Oblast government would also gain more influence with the URNC. Odessa's getting too radical. Aren't the locals scared? Yeah, it's really risky. Because once someone gets infected, they can just spread it everywhere. If the immediate interests aren't hurt, it's hard for them to care. Before the unrest, they all enjoyed the convenient lifestyle brought to them by the Gerard, didn't they? And now that unrest is over, they'll soon forget it ever happened. True. Even now, like, turmoil only lasts for maybe like a month or two max, and then people just forget and move on to the next thing. Legislative Rurik does this perfectly well. See how he's been busy showing off his sense of responsibility and deep pockets lately to repair his reputation. Hey Jeffrey, welcome. Tiferet's compensation payments to the residents far exceed standard rates too. So they're paying off people. But if OT-07 is an industrial city like Rebel said, why relocate the patients here? Does it even have that many hospitals? That is a really interesting point. If this place is really that important to the infrastructure and economy of Odessa, then why would you risk bringing like patients infected with cont here? No, Alex. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, it's fishy. The reception team's waiting for us at the end of the bridge. We'll ask when we get there. Something tells me ODE-0 sounds worse off than we think. Hey, Infix, welcome. We're doing alright. We're here for it all? Yeah, it's artist. How are you? Rebel leans against the window and watches as the hospital ships glide slowly over the sea. Once they reach the other shore, the dolls see the reception team already reporting to Major Fadi. Oh dear, the Major looks even more glum than usual. Come on, that's the Sinan. The dolls approach. Fadi doesn't stop them. Could have gotten this bad. Didn't the safest readings for returning crystal catch this? Uh-oh. Was there an outbreak? We only received the order to admit the patients. Doctors have come from every city, including medical inspectors. They all said the returnees from the AL zones underwent proper radiation decontamination and health checks, according to the regulations. Someone's been skipping and doing shortcuts. Their vitals are all normal at the time. I'm doing great. Can't believe it's almost the end of the year. But most of them got ill a week later, and 25% of them are showing ill progression faster than the average rate. Oh, this place needs to be quarantined and scrubbed. Is that common? Not at all. The only large-scale delayed onset occurred during the extreme weather anomaly. After that, all white zones and Green zone sections were covered with cloud radiation filtration grids. Rapid LED acceleration is usually rare. If these people or these so-called patients are Paradus followers, they could have taken like that weird serum that action accelerates their mutations. The number of patients you are reporting already exceeds the total number of reset personnel. Has there been secondary spread? Oh shit, so there's an outbreak. Yes, after returning to the green zones, many of them joined the external support units sent to cool unrest. They moved frequently between cities, and with recent attempts on failures slowing the number of working detection systems. By the time the symptoms appeared, the secondary spread had already happened. So they're going around like an incubation period. You know, they were undetected till, you know, they already, like, traveled to other parts. Do you have a projection or treatment plan? More or less, P.S. The reception staff projects a set of calculations for everyone to see. My God. Let's see. Please wait a moment. Well, that doesn't look very comforting. Whatever they're looking at. Saying that, Fadi steps away and opens the comms channel. He's reporting this. Don't tell him he's calling that. I doubt he'd do it that blatantly. He's probably just talking to his superior. Are you sure? Might as well contact your own superior as well. Helena? Got it. Don't worry. Leave it ends to call us as Friday returns. Neva, I just received instructions from my superiors. Personnel from the SSA will be dispatched to other satellite cities to conduct a full inspection of those receiving return from the yellow zones. You and your team will assist the local authorities in maintaining order here in OD-07 for the time being. At present, all patients are rising in OD-07's emergency treatment centers via air and sea routes, then via ground transport. You just need to assist the staff at those centers. Now we're gonna have an outlet outbreak here. Okay, well that's gonna be bad. I'm leaving this place to you, then. Keep in contact. Major Fada gives each of the dolls a somber look, then calls his subordinates into parts quickly. Please trust us. He's leaving just like that? Is he gonna keep an eye on us? Yeah, that is kind of weird, isn't it? The situation doesn't allow it, but it's a good thing. Now we can act without restrictions. It must be really that bad if he's like actually leaving them to their own devices. If one, we also have orders from Callan to head to the treatment center immediately. Provide necessary assistance and no conflict. Alright, let's go. Don't limit. Redundant orders have accelerated the collapse of the system. Oof, that's not good. Gosh, it's cool. The Night Owls. Guided by the staff, Leaf and our team arrive at one of OD-07's emergency treatment centers. It's a vacant warehouse hastily converted into a medical facility. Hey, thank you so much for the bits. The 100 pets, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, is it near for you already? I know you're like a day ahead. Military personnel hurry in and out, triaging the newly arrived patients according to the stage of the illness, and leading them to different sections. No wonder they picked OD-07. An island is naturally isolated and warehouses are easy to convey. I can see your reasoning. If you have they kind of did this back in New York a long time ago. There's an island actually off, I forgot which island. I think it's off like Manhattan or something like that. There's an island there in New York where they converted into like this church hospital, and that's where they put like the lepers and the people with mental illnesses there. Oh no, typhoid, especially when typhoid became an outbreak. They put all the people there on that island, and you can understand why they would do that, because the island has its own like natural quarantine spread by water and stuff. They never actually tore down the place. It's actually still there. They're just letting it rot away at the structure, the hospital and stuff. And it's like a no-go zone. No one's allowed to go there. Yeah, they have like patrol boats that try to stop people from going there. Yeah, and with Fortune Islands are weird. But this is weird. Why would they choose this island specifically? It's kind of a risk considering how OD-07 provides such an important role for this economy, infrastructure, and all that stuff. It's kind of strange. Judging from the uniforms, most of them are PMC members or troops of the Relay Corps, but soon they might all might be dead. We can worry about that later. For now, let's Sup, Bolnetta. You two assist the medics with the patient intake. And Bellana, you with me. We're heading over there. I hope that they have a lot of medical dolls here, because they don't have to worry about getting, sick. Neitha points towards what looks like a reception counter, which is essentially a makeshift table made of stacks, made by stacking several supply boxes together. It is covered with electronic devices. Wow, this place is really cobbled together then. Behind the counter, a lone nurse is frantically tapping away at a terminal while being surrounded by impatient patients. Looks like it's time for our tentacle skills to shine. What's going on? The system just told me to come get my meds, and now you say it's not my turn? One mod, please. The system. Yeah, we found out by the stretch time. I'm so dizzy, I can't remain standing for much longer. Bro, none of you guys are leaving here. The system's running the search. Please, but it's going to take a while. Oh, poor lady. She's like so swamped. How long is it going to take? The patients got closer, pressing the poor nurse as she taps at the screen in panic. Yeah, leave her alone. Just form a queue. Come on. Crowding and pushing this lady's not gonna make things get done faster. You're just clicking at random. You'll make the malfunction worse. She's panicked. Rebella stops the nurse's fumbling hands and begins expecting the turmoil. Hey, what's a doll doing middle here? Shove off. Ooh, yeah, a lot of people don't like dolls. Especially people in the yellow zones. Eva catches the PSMC member's hand before you can touch her bar. And you are just supposed to be. Don't get in the way. Oh, well, I agree completely. You're absolutely right. The non-military forces administration sent us here just to cause trouble, after all. With her other hand, Eva flashes her ID. Notepass insignia gleams promptly at the top of the badge. Oh yeah, pulling rank on this guy. I didn't say anything. There we go, puts an order into this place. Oh, then I must have misheard. Now would you mind stepping aside? Eva effortlessly sends the restless PMC member away and circles behind the counter. Oh dear, the system is basically paralyzed. Now, looks like we gotta do some level 2 shenanigans. Bam, is the medical backend system also dissolved by the Gerard group? I'm not really sure. It's what we've been using since I started working here. Yeah, what you know? Looks like we lots. Jack's level 2 didn't take a look. Rebella, let's get to work. Do you freak out to decide all painting a picture? Yep, yeah. I think, well, there's a lot of side stories. I don't know if I'll cover it in the stream, but there's a lot of like cool stories in this game. Hello, did you read me? Alright, comms are clear. Time to start eliminating the system defense units. But I heard that GFL2 is going to be rescued, so I'm really happy about that. Hopefully she appears, like, soon. Because, you know, our little fox cat thing that no one knows exactly what she is pretty adorable. Alright. Alright, you guys are dead. Next! But she's so good at just dominating the backhand real quick. Alright, let's see, we got a couple over there. Latush will take him out. Nice. Go to sleep. After a brief check, both Steve and Rebella sign relief. Good thing it's not the same kind of bug that affected Gerard's Tomtas before. That would have been a nightmare. Right. Looks like the overload came from 2 minutes simultaneous operations exceeding capacity. They need more computers or better servers. But let's finish this in one go. Dude, that's working with like field equipment, really. And they're still getting more and more patients. They can be overwhelmed. Vaccine, a chance beating tears away the view of lies. A giant tabby? Hey, giant tabby, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. My name's Tiferet. I am a combat android. We are here playing some Ghost Frontline 2. I know I play shooters, survival old games, and horror games, so if you like that stuff, that's what I usually do, but this is my only gacha game that I play, well, because I love this series. Steal from the heavens and give to the earth. Oh, what were you guys playing? It sounds superhero raid. Okay. Okay, was like My Hero or something? More taking a guess as to what you are playing, but yeah, I mean, if you guys want to hang out, feel free to hang out. But just going to the event story that's going on right now, and then actually see put it in the back, and then yeah. No, no detour. There you go. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go straight to the back as usual, per usual. It's good to reach. Yes, perfect. Oh, and she takes out the end of taunt too. Perfect. Resembles 4 remake. Nice. Use mods as preferring gun fu as girlfriend like characters. That sounds cool. You know what? I never modded a Resident Evil game, so that sounds like a lot of fun actually. Does he use like Nexus or something? That's what they'd be interested in trying out just for fun. I mean, I've played all the remakes already, but playing it with like a bot just gives it a whole new flavor, you know? Like, to be honest, like, Helldivers, for example, I probably would have gotten, like, bored of it if I was able to mod it. But now that I'm able to mod it, you know, it just brings so much more fun to me, even though nothing has really changed aside from cosmetics. They fixed the malfunction in exit level 2. On Nexus. Okay, cool. The factory. That's cool. Let's go one try that. Try it now. The system should be stable again. You're welcome, medical nurse lady. Sparing no time for words, the nurse dives right back into her work. The PMC who was causing trouble earlier returns as the dolls finish up. Rebel and Viva, we just finished settling in the new batch of patients. The event sub will push to the crowd, following Levi and Rebella. The floor gather around a screen. Vaccination records. This data be sorted out while fixing the system malfunction. Oh, I wonder if this is before the vaccine shortage that happened like later on. Oh, so this is what. Okay, so when I was, because I haven't skipped ahead and played 9's event first, so they were talking about like the event of the rampaging automatons. I had no idea what she was talking about. So she was talking about this event here that's currently going on. And why are you looking up at that? Since the returning personnel's routine checks upon entering the green zones didn't show anything unusual, then there are 2 lucky scenarios if they still caught sick later. First, they skipped the acquired vaccination before being deployed to the contamination zones or purification zones, leaving them unprotected against any infection. They returned during the incubation period and fell ill afterwards. Wait, is there a shortage already? Second, they did get vaccinated as acquired, didn't get infected during deployment, but later came into contact with an infection source after returning to the green zone. Meant to be Paradise. Yeah, she doesn't get it. Satma doesn't get it. Sapo nods gravely. Let's hope it's not the latter. Those people are spread across the city in Odessa. If they got infected within the green or even white zones, Odessa's in real danger. Mazuiwa? The doctors probably realized that too. That's why they compiled the patient's vaccination records for the past year. Or someone did fraud on the records, doctored them. I see, so did the records show anything unusual? Yes and no. What's that supposed to mean? And don't you need me? Rebella, explain it to them. I'll go ask the doctor something. Leeville walks toward the control station not far away. The PMCs that returned from the temporary deployment are all officially registered with NOPA and receive regular health checks. And the Relay Corps, even in decline, are still part of the UR&C's military, so most of them did receive standard vaccinations. Oh, for the cont. Cheers. Yum. Those who didn't ironically are mostly civilians who got caught up in the chaos. But there's Hugh. Callan did say the white and green zones have regular SEEK inspections, right? Vaccination records are part of GALs. Then what did Thieva mean by yes and no? We found that the vaccine manufacturers and batch numbers differ wildly among the patients. Oh, we don't know if that had any effect. Okay, that's weird. It should be standardized. So we considered it a third possibility. These people were vaccinated, but the vaccines did provide effective protection. Ah. So they're like third-rate or bootleg vaccines? I see, so that's why people went to consult the doctors. So there is a shortage, they just haven't been brought to light yet. What did the doctors say? According to them, because Odessa covers such a large area and has many neighboring purification zones, the government established multiple authorized eligible vaccination sites. Each site is allowed to select approved pharmaceutical manufacturers from a government list and purchase vaccines within regulated price ranges to provide local inoculations. But those manufacturers were all licensed by the Oblast government. The vaccines didn't work. Oh, someone's been cutting corners again to save on cost. Wouldn't there still be quality checks on vaccines before they're shipped out? Right? Yes, but given the mass production volume, the government can only do random inspections. Okay. So there's a chance the vaccine did not meet production standards. Dang. That sucked. Exactly, the problem is, with so many different companies and production lines, pinpointing the fault a batch is extremely difficult. Dang, that sucks. And according to the staff we met earlier, some patients' disease progression doesn't match typical cases, meaning we can't back-check infection timing of symptoms. No, I can't precisely identify vaccine dates, which can only define a rough range at best. Damn, that's what I was thinking. Well, they could, like, gather all the people who had to say according to, like, their current stage of, infection, they could backtrace it to where they originated from and then find the batch number that way, but that's all too different. It's just too many people with different degrees of prominent infection. Okay, what do we do? Honestly, I don't have a more efficient plan, but for now, we'll sort the data, group them by illness stage, and start eliminating possibilities one by one. Oh, that's gonna take a while. You need support for this. That sounds like a real chore. Is there really no other way? Dang it. I wish there were. Before that though, I want to pay someone a visit. Oh, too bad Florence wasn't here. She could figure it out. Well, you've got contact here in ODE07, Robella. You all know Yin. Oh, do I? She brings up an injured face and pulls up a medical record. Eva glances at it and lets out a soft whistle as she recognizes the patient's name. It's actually a very hair whistle. Isn't this Mr. Pavel? He's sick too? Oh no! Not Pavel. According to the records, he was brought in the day before yesterday. He's currently in Ward E of this emergency treatment center. That's where they house patients in relative good condition. Oh, not Pavel. Well, I know it's gonna be okay, but damn. Maybe we can get more information from him. And I'd like to check up on him as well. Alright, let's go see Mr. Pavel. The dolls follow directions to Ward E and find Pavel leaning against the temporary reception desk. He isn't wearing your hospital gown, but just some old, but clean jacket. Yes, can you check again? My wife's and daughter's test results come out yet? I still worried about his family over himself. It takes time to process test reports. Asking 10 times a day won't speed it up, eh? He's just worried. But my own results came out really fast last time. My younger daughter's still little. If there's anything wrong with her, she needs treatment right away. He's not worried about himself. Medical resources are tight right now. Once the results are ready, the system will automatically send it to you and your wife. Please be patient. I like this guy. He's like very down to earth, you know? Seeing that Pavel is about to argue further, Eva steps forward and pats him on the shoulder. The wounded from the dried out Tomtonids still haven't recovered, and now the Elwood outbreak hits. It's natural for the hospital to be overwhelmed. Don't make things harder for the nurse. Sir Bill and Miss Eva, and the other dolls ladies. What brings you here? I kinda like that how they made his design rather plain. You know, like there's nothing really special that really stands out about his design. That's really cool because it kind of like shows like that he's just an ordinary person, but he has some meaning through his words and actions. You know, his importance shines through that. We received orders to assist the local authorities, and when we found out you were admitted, we came to check on you. To get a better sense of the situation. Sure, no problem. Actually, I've got something I wanted to report. Okay. The doll's full of Pavel to be benched by the corridor. As soon as they sit down, he starts rambling. Oh no, not the sad music. You tell me, ladies. How did I come back just to run into this mess? My team and I cooperated fully with the PSA, and a few days later, if one of us fell ill. And your family. I barely got home before we had to run over with the relief teams. My wife and kids haven't shown any symptoms yet. Just waiting for the test results. Well, I hope they're okay. That's good. They'll be fine. If the writers of this game were the same as like the first game, then they'll have all his kids get like really sick or something. The homecoming's been a disaster. Oh, Molly, you just got back from Yellowstones. Pavel rubs his head in frustration. The Yellowstone mission got suspended, so my pay is going down the drain. I thought I'd used a break to visit my family, but I barely got to see them, and now I might have even infected them. You must feel so guilty. Luckily, those garbage droids in the side town the thing in have stopped acting up. Otherwise, there's no way I'd have left them behind to come stay here at the hospital myself. He said she had something to report. What is it? He just... straight to business. Huh? Oh, Miss Eva, look. When we tested before entering the green zone, we were all perfectly healthy. But once we came back, we all got sick. What does that tell you? It means there's something wrong in Odessa. Someone's got to be investigate. Sabotage? Perhaps? And? What do you mean and? Is it that serious enough? She needs details, Rand. It is rather serious. How are you feeling now? He's talking this much, is Curry fine? The optimists, thought Pod. Well, you're rather insensitive, but, you know, she's like a child. He's, points it all out. Armel's like, oh my god, this girl. Emma right, the symptoms aren't bad. The first couple of days are rough, but I'm much better now. Some of my colleagues still getting stand-up though. When Alec gets bad, people go crazy. Let me tell you, Mr. Bella, back when I was in the Yellow Zone, well, yeah, he must have seen a lot of people like that. A lot of them have to depend on that stuff. The vaccines to just live. Before you went to the Yellow Zone, did you get vaccinated? Seeing Pavel about to go off on its head again, the UI quickly cancelled. Of course I did. On schedule. More or less. More or less. She's not happy with that. Well, you know, in the Yellow Zone, missions sometimes have tight deadlines, so I might have gotten my tab a few days late. But it isn't common occurrence, I swear. But according to TiferetEvocatus records, you got every dose on time. Someone's falsifying their records. Oh, well, you get fined if you're late. As long as it's just a short delay, it doesn't cause any issues. As for records, you can, footage them below. I can see what he means. That does happen. That does happen. Like, in reality, all the time, actually. I see. Then do you know which manufacturer made the vaccine you received? Okay, that's a good lead to ask. Huh? What? Which manufacturer? I would not even know. No one would know that. The hizzy chatty Pavel grows hesitant until Leva's calm questioning. His eyes start darting nervously. He knows, he just doesn't want to say. Just then, one of Pavel's co-workers happened to walk by. You old Pavel, chatting again? Even bragging about your old Imus toys to dolls now? Watch your mouth, these ladies are from Nomfa. They even saved my daughter this lie. Alright. Put him down real quick. Don't mind him, Miss Leva. He was with another support squad, so he hasn't met you all before. No. We weren't finished talking about the vaccine. So, if he didn't... I wonder if he got, like, one of the non-approved vaccines. And maybe he gave his actual, like, approved vaccine to, like, one of the people out of the Yellow Zones. I could see him doing that. The co-worker's expression stiffens for an instant before he stabs his forehead theatrically. Oh, dang, I nearly forgot. Pavel, the boss just sent a message. Online ready ASAP. I came to get you. Liar. Whole squad's in on it. Ladies, our boss has no patience. Pavel and I really gotta hurry. If he's got questions, we can talk later, alright? Ooh, they're hiding something. Alright, that's late enough for now. Thank you both for your cooperation. Why is he hiding it, though? Well, be off. Thanks again for stopping by. Once I'm discharged, please come visit us at our place. We'll see about that. Mr. Bella, my wife and I are truly grateful. Thank you for seeing me, Alina. Don't mention it. Pavel nods and leaves with his co-worker. The dolls watch their backs disappear down the corridor. They're really bad at lying. He sure can talk, but he didn't actually tell us anything useful. He wasn't telling the truth. Yep, that's easy to see. Come on, Nine. Come on, Nine, you didn't pick that up? Did you see his co-worker's reaction? They're definitely hiding something about the vaccine. We'll have to find another way to make him talk. Well, I can't torture him. Lena's face hardens as she looks towards the direction Pavel went. It's gonna spy on him. Understanding her intent, Rebel steps in front of her. Hey! I'll handle it. Oh? That's I'm a better interrogator here. Yeah, but he's not willing to talk to you. At least a Rebel has some kind of report built for there. You're too soft, Rebella. I won't be. I'll find another chance to talk to myself. There's something else I need to confirm with him too. I think she'll be fine. The two lock eyes for a moment until Viva finally stretches and smiles again. Pavel's good, but I don't think he could do well under like a lot of pressure. Like as far as like being questioned. Alright, rare to see you this motivated. You got snow? Nice! I wish I got snow. I never get snow here. But tonight is all off you don't have much time left. What is he hiding? What is he hiding? It shouldn't be a problem just saying, yeah, if we got no vaccines from this place, then they could just figure out who the manufacturer was. Ripples of truth, the light of humanity pierces the fog of lies, and illuminates the path to salvation. That sounds like something of Paradise would say. Rebel leads Pavel into a small room tucked away in the corner. The sign on the door reads consultation room. Mr. Bella, you're too kind. You knew I was worried sick about my family and even pulled some strings to expedite the test results. Knowing they're fine really puts my mind at ease. Oh, that's good. I'm good, Strum is okay. No, you owe her one. No, you owe her one. I really should thank your doctor friend properly. He's in here, right? Huh? Where is he? Yeah, gotcha. The door opens. Pavel stares at the empty room in confusion. The bella closes the door and pats itself in front of it. I'm sorry, Mr. Pavel. Mr. Bella, what's this about? I brought you here to continue our talk from earlier about the vaccine. I've told you everything I can. He's stuttering, sweating. You've already secured this room. I'd like you to tell me everything you can say before. Your information is very important. Just saying that, if he doesn't tell me, more innocent people like his family could be put at risk. That doesn't make him talk easy. See the earnest look on Rebel's face? Pavel seems torn. Mr. Bella, you saved my family. I don't want to lie to you, but my whole household depends on this job. I can't afford to lose it. That's a fair argument. I understand your concern, but perhaps after you meet my strategy, your concerns will be alleviated. Oh, she has connections. Your friend? Yes, please wait a moment. Who is it? Rebella walks to the desk, switches on the display terminal, and enters the communication code. Pavel glances at Rebel's back, then at the uncoded door. In the end, he decides to stay behind. Oh, that's good. He didn't try to make a break for it. The call connects. Is it Kalina? And then... Oh, he knows her. Oh yeah, the Councillor of Nonplat. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Pavel. I didn't expect I was so well known. Of course she is. Please, have a seat for us first. Yeah. He can run away now. Pavel sits down on the chair. You're the head of the Non-Multi-Forces Administration's Oversight Office here in Odessa. Responsible for monitoring PMCs. Well, of course I know who you are. The head honcho. I see. There's no need to be nervous. Rebella and Leva I both trusted supporters of mine, and my most loyal friends. I asked you here today simply because we want to understand what's been happening with all the PMC personnel falling ill after the callback. Yeah, that's the only time light of the boss. Support mobilization was jointly initiated by the Non-Multi-Forces Administration and the Odessa Oblast government. Naturally, we're responsible for both the recalled personnel and the safety of Odessa. Yeah. I like how he's nervous. So the investigation will be handled entirely by the Non-Multi-Forces Administration, and all information will be consolidated through us. Individuals and organizations providing intelligence will become cooperative partners of NAPFA and will ensure their protection. Yeah, you won't lose your job then. See, you're fine, you're good. Pavel looks helplessly towards Urbella. What cleaning means is, we'll guarantee your personal safety, keep your identity confidential, and if necessary, help you find better work. That's a good deal. That's all he wants, right there. He might be torn though, because like his loyalty to his, his friends. Please trust me. And because basically they want him to be a snitch. Oh, he's determined. Okay. Powell lifts his lips and feels himself. Actually, it's not my secret. All of us in spawn PMCs know about it. Oh, they aren't able to get vaccines? The vaccines, the ones supplied to the vaccine sites, they're not all from the Oblast-approved manufacturers. So they got one that didn't really meet the standards. The official vaccines are too expensive and the supply is limited. It's hard to get an appointment. Oh, so the shortage is already happening. Because the thing is, if it's hard enough for like people like PMCs and stuff like that to get vaccines, the people, like the ordinary people in the yellow zones, they're way more hard up in trying to get vaccines than they're dying in droves. There were long queues and all the available slots get taken by those big shark traps as you just pass through the conservation zones. People like us never even get a chance. Light, thank you for the raid. Welcome. We're doing swappers for 9. I'll be at a sign string today. For those of us going to the yellow zones who want to return, or for the poor folks in the green zones who want to stay, we have to show vaccination records and proof we're healthy. If we catch Olid, best case we end up here under the Oblast quarantine. Worst case we lose everything, maybe even die, then get expelled from the green zones under the excuse of infection control. Well, that's fucked up. Dang, so if you don't have the money or don't have means to get treatment, they pretty much kick you onto the yellow zone and let you fend for yourself. End up dying, turning into monsters, get killed by Jaegers, whatever it may be. That's terrible. Yeah, Bree, nice. Not in a good mood. Sorry to hear that. Want to take some rest, try to breathe and, try to relax. Do something that'll try to lift you up, okay? But if it's only vaccination method, that's simple. A little work goes a long way. After all, we do go to places like the yellow zones, sometimes on long-term assignments that exceed the vaccination cycle. It's not like you can get proper vaccines in the contamination zones. So in those cases, the company gets special authorization to purchase vaccines ahead of time and give them to us for self-injection. Where there's demand, there's a market, and that's how this kind of cheap vaccine came about. Sold specifically to private PMCs and poor citizens of the green zones. Dang. So all the rich people get all the good stuff then? That's what I say. And these vaccines can still be officially registered in the system. Well, like they said, they don't do quality control inspections very often. It's very hard to do it. And there's so many manufacturers that they can't really do it all. It's chilling your head. Hey, construction nearby is always a pain in the ass, especially if there's trying to sleep or something. Where do you suppose those vaccines come from? Underground brokers, yeah. That's only one of the sales channels. That's only one of the sales channels. Most of these vaccines come from the yellow zone's medical resource backflow. Either leftovers or defective batches straight off the production line. The fact that they even make it back instead of being destroyed means someone's covering the tracks. Dang, so wasn't making a profit off the defections? That sucks. Thank you for the 100 bits again. Jeez, thank you. For the people who can wipe evidence like that, falsifying vaccination records is nothing. So Big Pharma, of course. Big Pharma still make it's either someone is inside the company like skim you to get skim off the top, or the big pharmaceutical companies are doing this deliberately as well just to get more money. Maximizing profit, so to speak. So we're seeing a lot of small PMCs are using cheap vaccinations. Yeah, they mix cheap and officially approved doses together to cut costs. Damn. We don't go to high-risk areas anyway. With proper protective suits, it's not easy to get infected. A few unlucky ones in the yellow zones, that's normal. No one cares as long as no one dies. Do not. Taking so much risk. Besides, this is just my personal guess. But even the real core units in the perforation zones aren't necessarily using anything better than us. Ooh, and all this has been happening under, Kalina's watch? Ooh, she needs to jump on this. This won't do. But they're official UNC troops. Mr. Billow, you're a doll. Maybe you don't how humans think. But Miss Kalina, you understand, don't you? Yeah, she does. They're leftover hardliner units from the Neo-Soviet Union. You think they get good treatment? It's just forced labor under a new name. Yeah, cause basically the Neo-Soviet Union, they're pretty much lost. So, and people who, have some animosity towards them. Even though a lot of the soldiers weren't bad, I mean, they're good soldiers. The more times I pass to the perforation zones, the more I feel for the soldiers. We have always protected Odessa, protected the cities behind them, past and present. They just once chose the wrong method, stayed on the wrong side. Yeah, it's not really their fault, to be honest. It's the people, the generals and all the leaders that make that determination. But now, the people of Odessa have forgotten both the flames of war and the soldiers who find it. Sometimes I wonder if war broke out again, would anyone still volunteer to fight? You go to the front, maybe die, and you might get disposed of for some stupid reason. Even if you live, might as well stay home. So they're treating the military like shit, huh? That's bad. That's too bad. Especially the ones who've already bled for the country. That's just me rambling. Don't take it to heart. For a civilian like me, peace is always best. Whatever those big wigs are planning, I just want to live my days in peace. He knows that he can't really change the world or anything like that. He just wants to do what he can, what he could. I've told you everything I know. Yeah. That's very helpful information. Thank you for cooperating. Kalina has a lot more work to do. It's nothing, but please, don't ever let my name out. I didn't study much. The white zones will never be within my reach. And with dolls taking all kinds of jobs now, it's hard for us humans to find decent work in the green zones. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like dolls too, because, the dolls are taking a lot of work, a lot of the domestic work, a lot of the labor jobs, because they're just more capable and reliable than humans. And that's the funny thing is, because that's kind of like the future. Maybe not in the lifetime now, but maybe a few centuries, like a century or so next. It'll probably end up being that way. It's kind of like when they started automation in factories, right? A lot of people were against it. They were afraid of losing jobs and all that stuff. The anti-spy machines, and well, it became reality. That really did happen, and when in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't too long ago, But now no one even thinks about it. All the people who did this lives, all those craftsmen, the hard workers and laborers that lost it to automation. No one even thinks about what kind of struggles they went through, and there was really no compensation or anything for them. when they're replaced. So, in this world where the dolls start to take over a lot of the jobs, the menial work and things like that, for people who aren't connected and wealthy or aren't able to get education or credentials to get the really good jobs, what's left for them? You know? What could they do to make a living and survive in this world? So, I can understand where he's coming from. A lot of the people in this world, if they aren't able to make it and make the safe zones, they're forced into the yellow zones, where it's more dangerous, no cops radiation, outlets for Jaegers, just criminals and everything like that are out there. And, you know, it's terrible. But that's just how it's getting. I think that's the future eventually. Will it be dolls? Or androids? Probably not. It'd probably be like different kind of robots or different kind of technology. But it's inevitable, I think. As long as humans don't destroy the world and each other first. No, you have my word. Kalina doesn't go back on a word. Mr. Pebble, there's one more thing I'd like to confer with you. What is it? Come ahead and ask. Relieved after the confession, Pavel casually slouches back in his chair and bounces from leg. It's about your military service. Okay. You seem rather reluctant to talk about it. At first I thought you simply didn't want to revisit the past. The familiar worker said I might have misunderstood. She threw him for a loop there. Shall again, even bragging about your old army stories to dolls now. Yoche? Yeah, why did you say that? And besides, with the exception of certain special units, most veterans receive government placement. There's always work in the white or green zones, not exactly a glamorous lifestyle, but at least enough to survive. Jim, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you'd rather not. Oh, was he actually a really important dude when he was in the army? Since you've already noticed, I won't hide it anymore. Oh, I wonder what he was. Actually, I was a deserter. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, a deserter? Yeah, well, it's not like I meant to run. There's a skirmish and my trance got shelled. I blacked out. That's not deserting, he's got knocked out. That's not desertion, he got knocked out. You intoned that. When I came to, I found myself buried under rubble. There were dead bodies everywhere. The cleanup crews must have missed me. The unit was long gone by then. Oh well, it's not desertion. You were left behind. My first thought was to regroup, but when I crawled out, I tripped over a leg and fell flat on my face. And that fall made me think of Alina. So he kind of viewed that as like a second chance, like your second chance to go back to his family. Alina, she wasn't born yet at that time, was she? Not my daughter, her wife. Her name's Alina too. Back then she wasn't my wife yet. Well, that's not the point. Anyway, we were already seeing each other by then. I wasn't lying before. I really did meet her while on campaign. Our unit passed through a village. She was the prettiest girl there. Now, damn, Pavel. She brought us bread, sang for us. Everyone liked her, but she slipped me a jar of jam. Just me. Oh, she took a shine to you. You fell for her trap. Pavel blushes as he messes about his wife. After the unit left, we kept in touch. Reaching wasn't easy during wartime. But whenever we stayed in one place long enough, I'd write to her. If conditions allowed, she'd reply. Her handwriting was beautiful. Aww. So Babala answers like Kalina, who doesn't interrupt. Before that battle, I hadn't gotten a letter from her in a long time. I didn't know if her last letter ever reached her. Well, if she got married, or maybe her village. Well, that's like not no idea. Oh man, so frustrating. Scary even. Thankfully, it was a false alarm, but I think something changed in me from that point on. Anyway, that fall scrambled my head. When I came to my senses, I was already running away from the battlefield. Now they're sprinting in the opposite direction from my unit. Things like national honor or safety of our people. No of that mattered compared to marrying Alina. Only it's just in miles. Dang, that's what kind of gets tough things. Of course, forsaking duty for love. When some people would call that romantic, while others would call him a coward. You know, both sides are valid. Does your family know? No, the villagers didn't know army rules. I told them I earned an early discharge for distinguished service, and they believed me. He's lucky they didn't hunt him down, or, well, I guess the war was just too crazy at the time. And no one ever followed up on it. And at the time, so many went missing during the war, but officers probably just marked me dead. They knew I exaggerated my service record a bit and pulled a few strings to get my found residency in the city, settled city. Well, at least whoever his friends are, still respected his decision. Understood it even. Of course, and every day I'd apply for veteran benefits. I do envy the real heroes returning home, but I don't regret it. You know, despite this choice, he gotta respect that he has made peace with himself and what he did. Some don't. Some people don't. When I had nothing to lose, I charged into a war full of passion. When I did have something to lose, I realized if I died, no number of victories would matter. From the start, the peaceful life I wanted only counts if I'm alive, together with Alina and the kids. Caval's words resonate with Belle's near cloud. She tries to grasp in and allies that feeling. It seems to entangle something deep inside her, something uncertain and unresolved. It's probably like making her feel some things about her experiences with the AR team in the past. Caval's misconstrues with Belle's silence. Mr. Bello, please don't be angry. I know you work for the government. The punishment for an old deserter is neither here nor there. It's better to avoid trouble. I wasn't even planning to bring it up. You're not going to hand me over to the military tribunal now, are you? Aww. She won't. Oh, is Kalina still listening? This matter itself no longer stands. The statute of limitations has long expired. And with the recent reorganizations, even identifying a prosecuting authority would be difficult. Oh, she's gonna let aside. That's a relief to hear. Yeah, because the Neo-Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. But Mr. Pavel, legal forgiveness does not mean moral rightness. Yeah, he has to like to let him know that what he did was, also wrong. It was a selfish thing. I don't condone desertion, nor can I, or have the right to, pardon you in the name of your comrades with army you've once served. Yeah, because he left his comrades behind. I understand. I never expected that. Pavel looks then awkwardly, avoiding Kalina's gaze. She has a point, but I also can't entirely condemn you. Yeah, from a human standpoint, what he did is perfectly understandable. Hell, that might even be like an instinctive or natural thing to do. Mr. Powell, I too have experienced war firsthand. When flames and smoke separated me from those I cared for, I felt that same bone-deep fear. I understand how hard it is to keep fighting, even for a day, even for an hour. when your heart is weighed down by that kind of fear. To me, war is cruel. It grants everything equally. A decision to enlist may take a moment, but a few minutes spent on the battlefield after witnessing blood and death, that's real courage. I can't condone your escape, but I won't deny the danger you faced, or the effort you gave. So she says, I understand why you ran away, but I also understand that you were also brave enough to face all the danger. You should understand, during wartime, armies punish deserters harshly to preserve order, to ensure commands are carried out. But war itself is only a brutal means to earn dust and peace for more people. Now that we live in peacetime, I won't expose this matter publicly. But please, in every moment from here on, let your actions be worthy of the forgiveness granted to you by the law and by time. Yeah, you can't just forget what you did. I understand. Thank you, Miss Kalina. Thank you for saying that. But you needed to hear that, because he's been alone and kept that secret for, so long. You must have waited at him. Pavel's eyes moisten faintly. He hesitates for a moment, then speaks again. I just remembered something that might help with your investigation. Can you wait a moment? Oh, did he keep one of the vaccines? Pavel sniffles and leaves the room. A moment later, the door opens again. Pavel furtively slips back in, clutching a small bundle. I'm back. Almost got caught. Did he steal it? Here it is. Pavel sets a small bundle on the table and unwraps it. It's the vaccines. What? The shitty ones. Yeah, I secretly saved these. They're from the last batch I received. The one right beside my most recent long-term mission. The company gave it to me to take along. How did you keep them? To help your house? Synthetic vaccines don't come to official channels, and inoculation process isn't exactly strict. Delay one shot by 3 days, the next by half a month, and you can stash a few away that way. You're doing that for a while. Never had a problem. Hey Irma, how are you? Were you planning to sell them? No, I wouldn't dare. I just keep some for my family in case something happened. Thinking ahead. I hadn't had the chance to give it to them yet when I got sent to OD-07. I was going to keep hiding them. The vaccination record still exists, after all. I'll be in trouble if my boss finds out. Pavel looks a bit sheepish after admitting to several deceptions. But I trust you both. From what you said earlier, the batch might not be defective, right? Whoever is making this harmful stuff needs to be caught. Thank you for your help, Mr. Padma. No problem at all. If there's nothing else, I'll head back now. If my colleague suspects anything and tells the boss, I'm done for. No, you're under protection, dude. You're fine. With that, Pavel leaves the room again. Well, they see you has got a very valuable lead. Targeted investigation will save you a lot of time. It was just a lucky find. Don't be modest. If it weren't for you, Mr. Pavel never would have opened up. He's full of reservations. Oh, praise. But I think what finally made him come clean was your response, he asked. I think so too. Especially coming from the top dog, you know? My response. Yeah, what you said about Mr. Pavel having fought and then fled the battlefield. I could sense his conflict. He doesn't know how to face that past. Oh, sounds like a certain someone.
あなたの言葉が響いたんでしょう。
It was your words that moved him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have handed the vaccines over.
もなかったはずです。これで私も確信を得られました。
This also makes me all the more certain. Kalina,
カリーナさん、
do you know that Percival returning the original third-gen
第三
doll
世代人
design?
形の初期設計案を覆したことを知っていますか？
It's Percy made the prototypes. Kalina looks puzzled that Rebel's said a change of subject. Yes, back then Percia's third-gen doll tech was stolen, so she was forced to change the research directions. I also heard from Lena that she participated in the new experiments as a test doll. Still, even with that external factors, it wasn't the first time Percy had overturned her own design. You yourself assisted in her endeavors, didn't you? Yep. Yep. Yes, I was once considered a successful modification. With Percia's help and guidance, I saw my own wishes. I freed myself from a doll's shackles and learned how to follow my heart and make my own choices. Yeah, that's what makes IA teams special, because they have more, they have more agency, basically. The lady at Persia said that wasn't the third-gen doll she had envisioned. The modification scheme led by Lyco succeeded, but she hadn't. Even if the tech hadn't been stolen, the plan would have been utterly entirely scrapped. I can just live on fully as Lyco's third-gen doll. She's not, that's what she meant with. So that's what she means by saying Persia she was never a success in Persia's eyes. Did Persia explain why? Persia said your doll set they made to resemble a human wasn't what she expected a third-gen doll to be. I regret not being able to help Persia, but even to this day, I still rejoice in the change of my own neural cloud. So more human dolls. Human-like dolls. Tonight's events make me even more convinced of this. Human sensibility is a weakness, but also an opportunity. That's something all dolls, myself included, should strive to consider. Kalina's 30-something. Rebel's musings leave Kalina a little astounded. It seems to her that the boundary separating doll and human has grown very blurry. Rebel may still be immature, but she's learning, and learning makes her all the more human-like. It's a pity. Liko is gone and Persia gave up using it as a prototype for her research. Human doll cooperation could have looked very different. Might be more confusing. Is that what you'd like to see, Kalinan? Me? Of course. To me, your dolls are both subordinates and friends. That's not just lip service. And I look forward to a time without combat missions or orders, when we can simply chat and go shopping together. Like true peace. Well, that sounds nice. And until then, Kalina, you can keep being our superior. Kalina chuckles or rebels against this. Time is short. Then as your supervisor, superior, I'll now issue your orders. Rebella, please send me the manufacturer and serial numbers of the vaccines that Mr. Bravella has kindly provided, and share them tons of even the others. After that, wait for me to get in touch. Alright, they got a lead. But the problem with all the infected people, that's still gonna be something to deal with. Manufacturing plant. Shining fragments pierce the conspiracies of those in power. Oh, so Miss Van, we stayed on the Elmo for a little while. Oh, we should talk to the commander. Commander, I've chosen the factory address from the vaccine serial numbers and seek the coordinates to you. This place is pretty close to where I am. Does Odessa use vaccines from Liev? She's bringing the commander to this? Liev grew into a white sun city built around a native green zone. It's now the hub of intercontinental railway. For transport convenience, side cities around Liev have various manufacturing plants and warehouses. But it is somewhat far. But look at it this way. If this batch really is problematic, hiding the manufacturing plant in a small space like that is safer than building it in Odessa. Telling the vaccine itself still needs lab testing. I can't wait till she lets connect her Kalina again. I know, Suppo's already taken the vaccines to a testing facility. Can Suppo meet the commander? Good, that's all we can do for now. I'll contact you when we have results. What's Suppo to meet the commander again? Does even on call? The call ends. I look at the corners and feel a bit agitated. Angelia, Vladimir. Faces flash to my mind. Tell her about AN-94. Some people made sacrifices to bring about peace. Others defended this fratricide trinity with flesh and blood. But the devil is always lurking in the shadows. Rosette changed Elma's quest to LVI-14. Could Kai make preparations for Endorse and Belka? On Piokin. Well, right. We're on the move. The factory windows are grating from moved to that side. 3 doors slip in lightly. Kukai connects to the comms channel. Commander, we have successfully infiltrated this chart factory, preparing to begin investigation. Good, stay safe. Alright, we have the Elma in on this. Bioka hugs the wall and peers up at the surveillance camera. She observes it for a while, then tilts her head in puzzlement. This way is too easy, don't you think? Not only are there no patrol droids, but even the fact that the command system is offline. It's like charity for thieves. No, if it appears offline, it's usually not offline. It's not that someone's careless, they just don't need to be too bothered anymore. This is the front. Equipment and Doris, I love Doris. The equipment and some leftover protection materials are sealed and stored. Which is one of my favorites. And Doris points at some equipment wrapped in thick plastic. What? Let me see. Gerard. Isn't this stone that bullet Count and the others? Bioka comps a hand over her mouth at her own Devlakas. The storage tag says Gerard Group assets pending disposal. How can this be? Does factory belong to Gerard? Oh, it's Gotcha Guns. Hey Gotcha, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much for the raid, everyone. Welcome. My name's Tiferet. I'm a combat android. I don't really play shooters, survival games, and horror games, but right now I'm playing Ghost Front 9, which is the only Gotcha game I play, because I love this game so much, and the story especially. How are you doing? Is it the new year for you yet? Oh, thank you so much, everybody. If anyone wants to hang out, they're more than welcome to. If you just want to, head on out and enjoy the rest of your day or night or evening or whatever it may be, then that's okay too. One more day to go? Nice, yeah, me too. I know some people, they're pushing the new year if it's not the new year already. Yes. But for me, I have like one more day to go, so I'm used to it. What were you up to today? More guns that you're showing off? Anything new before the year ends? Hey, Kuromaru. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, we're just going through a story event right now. It's a long one, it's like a huge story event, doing investigations right now in this weird factory. I checked online before every team. The factory is undergoing an asset transfer. The legal representative and other info show under change here, so it's hard to find out who owns it now. Oh, It's transferring assets. Interesting. What if this is the power Sechin Fabin is transferring a static asset to the Gerard group? It's Mag Pulsate and an MDRX, but nothing new otherwise. Showed off his Stoner 63 minifig. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Finally got Springfield's legendary weapon today. Well, look, you. I haven't gotten her in her day. That's cool. Any new plans for the first day of the new year? Are you gonna stream, or are you just gonna take it easy and just enjoy your time? Still need to finish this GFL2 event. Yeah, this one starts off really slow. Like, really slow. Part 1 was really slow, but then it definitely picked up pretty well, at the end it did pick up. Then now it's starting to involve more missing pieces in part 2. Still, a lot of mystery and stuff going on, but it's all gonna accumulate to something big, I know it. Am I just gonna relax in the years? Sounds good, nothing wrong with that. For me, I'll probably, I'll let you if I wanna continue doing this story bit into the new year and just finish it. We'll just finish it as another day, like on the 1st or something. So we'll see. I haven't really decided yet, so I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's gonna be another year soon. So has Gerard sold this factory? Why would Gerard be selling a factory? Facing huge compensation and penalty costs, it's normal for Gerard to drop their tail and convert assets to liquid funds, but you're also wondering why Gerard would own a vaccine plant in the first place. Yeah, that is interesting. I had barely scratched the event, to be honest. Also, until AK-15 and M200 are added to the in-servers, AK Alpha is best girl. I would love to see her more. I've only saw her, really briefly. As I remember, you only want them to finally release MCX? There's just so many dolls that... Well, when you think about this, there are really not too many that are far off. They trying to fast track Book League to catch up with Sion, so we're getting there already. It's kind of alarming. I don't know who's left that hasn't been released yet. I mean, AK-13 will be coming up before we know it, Today you release AN-94 on CN. I don't know, it's like she's so overshadowed by AK-15. Well, yeah, I think N-200's like the newest one, the newest doll that they've added. Oh, not sure yet. It'd be cool to put AUG, hands up to see what AUG looks like. And she would be so beautiful. How likely is Gerard, an industrial conglomerate, to invest in a new sector outside its domain? Because they're giving this one to the Sechin Fabian, and the Sechin Fabian is working with Paradis. And they're producing an anti-alien vaccine. According to Khan's intel, they're campaigning for Dessa's interim chief. If they're doing something so noble, surely Relic would be blasting this all over the place for brownie points. True. Did you play the first game? I did, yes. Maybe this actually proves the production line is problematic. Oh, AN-94 is part 1, then AK-15 part 2. I try not to spoil myself too much, so I try to avoid seeing a lot of the cutscenes and things like that, because I don't want to ruin the hype and surprise when I experience it myself, Seeing what UMP40, I'm really curious about how that's gonna play out when she shows up again. Man, it's 45 and 9, I'm probably gonna lose this shit. Keep investigating and share my findings. Bioka and I will sort through the materials and equipment. And Doris, you hack the chalice and try to find more Zybo info. Be thorough, don't miss anything. XMA is my favorite dork from the first game. Hope she gets added to GFL2. Along with the other G36 sisters. Yeah, I mean, they could potentially bring back like so many, because if they're able to bring back EMP40, it's not the EMP40, I'm pretty sure, but at least the frame, they could definitely be able to bring back others, like Lee Enfield, for example, you know, Hal or Kai. We should actually give Kara some spotlight, because she was like the poster child for the game when it first came out. They never used it for anything. At least nothing meaningful. Oh, these devices protection is way too weak. It barely took any effort to hack into them. I like how in this story, the area gets expanded with like the G11 wilds. It's just freaking hilarious. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but it's super funny. Don't get callous, so we need to eliminate these defense units in order to find the exact intel we're looking for. I'm still convinced Sandor's could be a one-most powerful does in this game. If given the time for her to keep learning, because she learns to really keep dying super fast, and she's getting better at managing her data to the point where she's not crashing as much, I think she's gonna be one of the strongest. Just on sheer ability alone. Okay, let's see here. You know what? Let's go. He's so fucking busted. This girl's so busted until AK-15 comes out. Yeah, Kara's on the cover in the match. Yeah, they never used her. It's such a waste. I was hoping we should make her like at least look a powerful doll or something when something important later in the story, but it never happened. You know, it'd be really cool if, like, they actually did a collab with Arc Knights, and they brought W back, you know, into this game, the long-lost sister of the AR team. That'd be so freaking cool. Have her meet, like, Aro and Satbot. Easy! I love Somi. The skill wiping time maps with a double tilt. Yeah, the double, it's crazy. So me. Yeah. The poetry sing. The hunters seek the trail of the deceased, hoping to piece together the sheep of the truth from the chaos. Okay. Torturer. Man, she's free now. Oh god. Wonder what she's gonna do when she gets a new frame. Alright, okay, so we're going straight to battle, alright, let's go. She pulls a motorbike, I don't know, I know, right? It just, you know, here we go, it's gonna roll over everybody. That's a really cool bike though, it kinda reminds me of Cloud's Finier bike. Alright, got him, nice. Just want to get the guy on top of that ledge. Alright, let's go. Alright, Mata.
Invite her to the bar. Big key.
Bar big key, that big key. I still can't believe I'm using Lata, man. I never used her in the first game. Oh, I wish I could like Swords as weapon, cause her weapon's like freaking. It like buffs up all the summon units, so you pair up with like if one has a summon unit, and they all get super buffed. Like, is it Milton? No, Papasha. Papasha has a summon unit. VSK has a summon unit. Her dog. And Doris exit level 2 after finishing her probe. There's very little valuable information. What I can tell is that production in this factory was halted suddenly. The wrap-up was rushed. Some of the equipment still holds stuff toward production logs. I'll let you undo this. Looks like that root fell in quite a hurry this time. Trying to sell off the entire factory so hastily. Yeah, because it's running out of money. Hey. Hands you? Did you find anything? Nothing. Yoka and I checked the production materials and the equipment carefully. They're all standard supplies. The machine models are the most common on the market, nothing useful. Kukua sweeps her eyes over the machines coldly, as if she wants to cut them open. This is only the first workshop. Let's check the others, there might be more clues. I just wish the lovely Troida's and ignored cover, kinda underwhelming, yeah. She was really strong when the game first came out. I just found the factory's digital floor plan. We can split up this search. Oh, thank you, Samuel, for the follow. Much appreciated. Happy New Year to you, too. And Doris syncs the floor plan to the others. There are too many workshops. Let's start with the lab. I really hope that one day they get some of the ringleaders back. You know? The Sanguibus ringleaders, that'd be so cool to see one of them. At least a cameo, you know? That'd be awesome. Gerard shuts things down in a hurry. That's where all might most likely find the Visital DF. Got it. Whatever you say, big sis. Let's go. Byoka's so obnoxious. My least favorite of the 404 Alpha team. I want Nemesis' story. I want to know her story. Malkin privileges, and Chilo to and seek what's left of the trail. It's so crazy that we found out in like the last event how the Karalik was a gladiator doll. That's so cool, man. Following the floor plan, the team arrives at the lab. And Doris tears off a thick plastic sheet and powers up the terminal. As expected, it requires login access. It's Narwhal. Lab equipment usually needs higher level authorization. You can see the ammo, mascot cat, and the agent cat. I've seen screenshots of them. I wasn't lucky enough to see them when I did the enhancement. It's cool. If it's using the cats, that usually means they might have them in the future. It's normal. Lab equipment using Yati. They're still distracted even after a full shutdown on Chancer. If all of me fight or junk files again, I'm gonna be real mad. I would too. Prepare to enter level 2. Alright. I love the like mole chibi cats. They're super cute. Like the Kalima cat. Or that one event in Cheerful one where they had everyone cats. Or everyone was cats inside the dorms and stuff. Like the fly cat sure was really cute. Alright, good night. This is unfair. Like max level dogs against these poor things. Alright. Alright, Lada, blow 'em up. Hey, wait, what? Wait, a dead? Wait, who's left? 9 out of 11. Okay, I guess we'll just go here. Ah, I see. I'll just drop that there, just skip the Frosta. You know, I first didn't really like the new Dynagate designs, but they kinda grew on me after a while. They're actually pretty cute. No, the original Dynagates still have like a special place in my heart. Okay. It'd be cool if they like somehow incorporated like the teams, like the mortar teams and the toe teams. They don't know how they're able to do that. They're only they'll be able to. But then when you like see the dolls in this game and how they're capable they are, just as individuals, kind of makes you wonder how crazy it must have been in Girls Frontline where they had the full doll system up and they all the head dummies. That was good. They had, man, just one doll is like capable enough. A full dummy? Full set of dummies? Jeez, that must be insane. Non-existent data. These strange actions highlight the destruction with evidence. Oh, I wonder if we still have this guy. Self did called full line downer here. Once he's successfully logged in, Luca's team X at level 2. Oh, come on, after all that, it's just done inspection records and the results all look fine. And the produced vaccines are not around anymore. We didn't even take samples for verification. We're taking it for nothing. A full squad of 416s would? A full squad of AK-15s would be freaking terrifying. Unable to find Cleo's Byoka storms off from the terminal to its unleash. Choose that table, jump your fingers on its surface. Yeah. Just look, shut up. Yeah. Byoka quickly stuffs her hands into her pockets, when she has pockets. The data are all indeed standard test results, but they're not entirely useless. Byoka hurries back over. What have you found? Look at the timestamps. Boring trick. Isn't that just the last activation knot? What's odd about it? Timestamp. That's around half a month ago. But since they were preparing the asset inventories, that really isn't unusual, right? This size of Byoka's confusion. Do you remember when the production machines outside stopped operating? If I recall, a few days after this. So the lab stopped first, and the workshop carried on to finish the orders. What's wrong with that? There's nothing unusual about the normal factories using production stages. But if the factory's producing for faulty goods, what would you do? Get rid of them? I'd destroy the evidence. Yep. Byoka finally catches on. Are you saying that technicians could have written the lab's activation logs to hide their tracks? Could I not? Idiot. Why are you so pleased with yourself? You practically had to count it out on your fingers like a kid. Even Endorse figured it out instantly. Oh, I'm not sure she did. She might have just noticed something else. Look. Oh, yeah. Oh no, she crashed. Don't worry, Endorse, you'll get there. You'll get there. Kokai wants to send Doris to the proof of crashed, and sights again. Don't worry, Doris, will get better. Let's try to reboot the activation logs first. I feel bad when she crashes. No, it pops up right next to him. Can I get a reward now? Jeez, this is huge. Byoka, when she's standing next to her, jeez. Is there a reward? That should be a reward, right? Alright, afterwards. Alright, what we got? Some up top. And we could send her up top. Cause it's a pain in the ass to get there. Alright, up we go. I like how the last event they pulled like music from Ghost from N1. That was so cool. Like the old the original battle music and things like that. I brought back a lot of memories. A lot of grinding too. Alright. drop it.
今度は今だ。準備万端。
Somi. Right up top. Oh, she can't reach. But secure me kill that thing. I really hope they bring back Lumbertia. She is cool. If the doll king could dig her up and like repair her, I think she'd be like incredibly powerful. Oh, you don't want to go that way. Dude, her chin is just so versatile. Single target AoE. Right, click time be able to return from level 2 indoors has already causing some crash in a way so then like nothing happened. Any findings? Oh, yeah, the terminal log shows traces of deletion, modification, and backup transfers. I kinda like it how 416 takes it easy on indoors too. Consummate was clever. Without your hint, we might have missed it. I can shoot beat it? He doesn't remember? See, I told you indoors didn't actually get it. The toy pointed out. Totally crashed after the first 2 sentences. Yes, it did. If I get it, it's not important. So she did figure it out, but she just doesn't remember. The white done on the outer countertop was really stopping, but it's a totally different story here. Whoever deleted these data clearly didn't want us to notice. One was erased and transferred. Your timing discovery gives us a new angle for rechecking. Going to bed, Omrid, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Right, under normal logic, he traced logs backwards from the activation timestamp. No one would think to search for a date that doesn't exist. Such a sneaky bastard. Good thing you're clever. Don't celebrate just yet. If we can't recover what was deleted, then it proves nothing. Cause keep hacking. I'll help too. Let's see first trace operation logs these store as much as we can. It's so good to have, man. And Doris is such a huge, asset to a team. As like the support, like tech support. Hey, she's so good at that. Okay, where are we at now? 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 11 where to go. Okay, that's not too bad. So we got through like a pretty decent chunk actually. Where are we in the grand scheme of things? 44%, so we're almost halfway there. That's good. So we got about a quarter in from yesterday. But I think I need to take a break now, guys. I'd love to continue on if I didn't have anything going on tomorrow. Like as far as DJs are concerned, I would keep going till we finish this. But unfortunately, the hours is getting late, and I still have things to perform. Yeah, tomorrow, which is the last day of the year. Crazy, right? But you know what? It's fine. We will continue on, and we will wrap up the story before it reaches its expiration date. The last I remember that on the 1st, we're going to be transferring a character to in the stream servers on Once Human. So I'm really excited for that. So I thought I'd coordinate with Vocina about that one and how we're going to do that, if we want to go together or what. We're supposed to go out together as a guild, but I don't know if it's going to be together, time-wise to do it. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and visit someone. Let's see, dude's around, it's around. Shaw's playing Once You In. Let's see, Pete Blue is playing Monster Hunter, Dax is playing Elden Ring. And the Stinky Bear is playing Project Zomboid. Who have I not visited in a while? Who haven't I visited in a while? You know what? Let's go visit. Let's go visit the Stinky Bear. Let's go visit the Stinky Bear. Let's go visit Grizz. Him and Dex are playing Project Zomboid, so we'll see how that goes. So rate for Operator. Oh, Chris doesn't have the helmet on or the bear stuff today. The hood on. How rare. I've actually seen Grizz without the hood on before. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I do hope that you guys have a very good New Year if we don't meet again. Chief1 raid, but to read a Chief1 raid for our message. Also, thank you so much for hanging out today. Really appreciate it. It's almost the end of the year, you know? Tomorrow we'll definitely be playing something to play right into the new year. So coming for the Father's here. Hi, Father. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good day or good night, and Happy New Year to you. Yeah, Happy New Year's, everybody. Put your resolutions ready. Hopefully this year will be less chaotic as, the current year. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Wish you well, and you are the best. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll catch you all later. Bye now. Bye-bye.